Well, what's going on, everyone? Hope you're having an amazing day so far. Guys, if you've been going hard today, I want you to drop a one in the chat. If you've been going hard today, I want you to drop a one inside the chat, man. I've been going crazy. You guys will tell when I start going crazy because my voice starts sounding weird. Like it sounds like I've been, chain smoking cigarettes. But man, if I had a word counter to count how many words I'm saying throughout the day, unbelievable. But I'm just fired up, man. I mean, dude, this is these are the moments, these are the times where you literally like skip levels in this business. You level up so fast. It's absolutely crazy. So I didn't do the best job of promoting this call. Obviously, guys, I posted it like 30 minutes before it was live, right? Now I'm texting everyone like, buddy, let's make money. Let's go. But super grateful to be on this call with everyone right now. We are going to go over some really cool stuff on this call. And this call, it's going to be, pretty interpersonal, but it's going to help you understand the structure of this business. Okay. It's going to help you understand, how to go out and create, a large organization and get paid every single Friday for the work that you do one time, right? This company gives us the ability to create a residual passive income. Guys, me doing this business for 6 years now, I've gotten a paycheck for 6 years straight. 6 years straight, just for this right here. It's super awesome. It's powerful, right? Trading is active income. Trading is active income. That is money that you have to go out and get every day. You have to go out and get every day, right? You can create passive income through investing, in the markets, such as dividends, and obviously, putting enough money in the markets over time where you can live off of the investments. But in the beginning, guys, it's active income. I even talked to Corey Cromray, one of the best traders I've ever met in my entire life. We'll be sitting there like 4th of July, me and Tippa and Jay Adams, Noah DeFreitas, right? We're all out, Jay Patno too. We're all out in Corey's place out in Wisconsin. He's got a nice, $300,000 boat, a lot of cool stuff. And he's sitting there and I'm like, he just brought it up to me. He's like, yeah, man, I love residual income. He's like, I love it way more than trading. And I was like, why? Like, what are you talking about? You have like $130,000 days sometimes, right? Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, right? I'm recording this, put it on YouTube. But he's like, dude, there's some weeks I don't want to trade, and he's like, I get paid every Friday from building the business. He's like, it's awesome. And so there's some weeks, ladies and gentlemen, you'll show up throughout the week, just 50%, right? Some weeks you have slow weeks and like, man, I didn't do much this week. The check's still the same though, right? So it's pretty cool, guys. It's very powerful. I want to talk about, the structures of actually building this business. I got this iPad that I have not turned on in a long time, but I've been charging it for like 25 minutes. It's not started yet, but when it gets going, I can pull it out and actually I can draw stuff for you guys. But for right now, we're just gonna have to obviously do it verbally, okay? Now, those of you that are on this call, right? You are interested, unless you don't know what this call is, you obviously are interested in learning how to get paid every single Friday for the rest of your life through this business, right? Oh, the iPad's turning on. You're interested in learning how to get paid, the rest of your life. Guys, residual income is the most valuable stream of income on the planet. And so what I want to do is I want to go ahead and break down, like, I remember when I was brand new and I'm like, okay, I understand that in order to build this business, I got to help iGenius grow the business and evidently grow my own business, right? And I'm going to help people, change their life. That's really what the goal is. I knew that I could go out and just reach out to people and talk to them, figure out who wants to trade and invest. Not everyone does. Totally fine. Not a big deal at all. However, I didn't understand like the structure of how the business worked, right? I didn't understand the structure. I didn't get it. And so I'm going to lay the structure out of this business on how to go grow a massive organization. Right. And I have something called iPad. It's a 4-step system and it is going to help you get a, realization of this business. Right. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and break some stuff down real quick. Let me see if I can pull open this note real quick. Okay. All right. Hold on. We're talking now. We're talking now. All right. 1 second, guys. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull up in this Zoom on my iPad, and I'm gonna go ahead and make myself a co-host. Okay, just give me 1 second, everyone. It says my name is Bryce on my iPad. Nice, that makes sense. All right, everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and join in here real quick. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let me go ahead and co-host myself. Sweet, let's get into it, okay?
Recording in progress.
All right, 1 second, everyone. All right, scratch that. Let's get into it though, okay? So the iPad died. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is this, okay? I want to talk to you about, first of all, who you are when you start this business. Okay. I want to talk about who you are when you start this business for most people, right? And I like to call this the cup of water analogy. Okay. And so when you are born, however old you are, obviously, I know we have some 18-year-olds on the call. We have people that are older too. When you are born, though, you are the purest form of life on the planet. There has been nothing that has impacted you right when you're born. It's a clean slate. You guys know how like you're pretty similar to your families, right? You have the same, dorky jokes type of personality, everything like that. Maybe the same things that tick you, that grind your gears, right? You are who you are around, right? And so, but when you're born, you don't have anything that's impacted who you are. So imagine you're this clear glass of water right when you're born. Okay. Right when you're born, you're a clear glass of water. Okay. Now imagine I have, this drink right here and a clear glass of water. As you start getting older, you start getting around toxic environments, right? You start seeing, abuse in the family. You start getting around drugs and alcohol and pouring, toxins into your clear glass of water. You start playing bad video games. You start hanging out with the wrong friends. You start getting into trouble, vandalizing stuff. Maybe not people, maybe you didn't do this stuff, you start getting lazy, you start getting unhealthy, right? All this stuff that you start, poisoning yourself with over the term of your life that you live so far. And by the time you find this business with all this negativity and stuff like that, your water looks like this. You don't even realize it though. You have no idea all the things that have been programming you since you were a kid, all the bad, environments and things that happen to you that you don't like to tell anyone about, right? So people all of a sudden one day find this opportunity where you can go out and make $1 million a year or $1 million a month, right? And they look like this, but they have no idea that that's what they actually look like. And so as you start this business and you actually, start tapping in and understanding what we're doing, we have to fix what you look like right here. Okay. Most people don't realize that they have all these toxic traits inside them. So what we need to start doing is we need to start pouring clear water back into here. And how do you do that, guys? Personal development, showing up to these leadership calls, positive affirmations. You keep pouring clear stuff, right? Stop hanging around bad friends. Stop doing drugs and alcohol. Stop, being around abusive relationships, right? You keep pouring good stuff, getting better at sales, getting better at communication, getting better at mindset, right? And eventually, by the time you hit $10,000 in this business, you are back to a clear glass of water. Okay. You have to fix all the bad habits that you had when you joined this business. Who can name some bad habits that most people have around the world? Bad habits that the average person has. Can anybody name any in the chat? Just bad habits, right? Can anybody put a bad habit inside the chat? Just because you put it in the chat doesn't mean you have it. Okay. Throw some bad habits. Staying up late, eating fast food regularly. Yep. What else? What are some other bad habits, right? Drugs. Yep. Any other bad habits? Negative thoughts. Correct. Bad habits, right? Okay. Hanging around, people who are, not motivated, not driven, right? You guys see in the chat right here, there's a lot of bad habits. Okay. In order to get back to the clear glass of water, we're going to have to remove those out of our life, like completely remove them out of our life. Everything that is negative, right? I have friends that literally are my best friends. And if they are too negative, I literally will be like, hey, I can't talk to you for a few weeks until you fix your attitude, right? And it's the reality of it because I got a business to build. I got people to help. I got goals to crush. There's no time to play around, right? Guys, imagine this. We have an hourglass over our head and nobody knows when they're going to die, right? We have no idea how much life is left in all of us. That's just the truth of it, right? But you don't really want to worry about that, right? Don't worry about things you can't control. However, in order for us to go out and accomplish the goals that we're looking for, we need to start doing the right things, hanging around the right people, getting bad things out of our life, removing the bad stuff out of our life, right? Because I'm telling you, if you guys take this, what I'm saying, serious and really figure out what all your distractions are, like figure them all out, write them all down on a piece of paper, and you remove them from your life and you keep them out of your life, you're going to hit 10K a month very fast. You're going to hit it very fast, right? So that's just the first thing I want to talk about, guys. First it's removing distractions from your life, removing negative stuff. It's plays an insanely important role in your journey to getting to $10,000 a month, guys. 100%. This is entrepreneurship. And Anthony's talking about it last night. It's not easy. It's not easy. We got to go to war. We got to go to war with ourselves, guys, with all the things that are negative in our life. Right. And so that's the first thing I want to talk about, guys. Now let's talk about actually building this business. Okay. Part of that journey of becoming a clear glass of water is building the business. It is learning new skills. It is showing up to these calls, right? But I want to talk about the actual structure of this business. Okay. So I like to call these the bolts and screws. Okay. Now, a lot of people in Minnesota learn this stuff, guys, but this is called iPad. Okay. And if you have not been taking notes on this call, I highly recommend that you take a notebook out right now and start jotting this down because these are the golden keys to build a business. Like I'm being 100% serious. I'm not going to be like, you can do it. Awesome. Right. That's not what I'm doing on this call. This is literally the golden keys to build this business right here. Okay. So the first thing I want to talk about and you have to master is called IPET, IPET. Okay. IPET. All right. If someone wants to type this stuff in the chat, you can so other people can see it, but this is called iPET, IPET. All right. Now, this is a 4-step system on how to go build this business as big as you want to build it. It literally can go as big as you want, guys. Like I said. So, first one, I is inviting. Okay. Now, guys, keep in mind your trading business and your residual income business are separate businesses. Okay. These are separate businesses. All right. They're in the same business, but they are separate businesses. All right. So just keep that in mind. This is obviously here for you guys to learn how to create a residual passive income, which is very, very powerful. All right. So number one is inviting. Okay. Now, this is the most important one out of all 4 letters. It's inviting. Okay. So inviting is obviously your ability to reach out to individuals and educate and inform them on what we do and collect a decision. That's it, guys. I am not in the business of convincing people. I don't work with people who don't want to trade and invest. Like obviously I have friends, I have other businesses too, but I do not, basically, I'm not trying to force someone that isn't interested in trading and investing to start trading and investing. What a waste of time. Right. I'm looking for people that are looking for us. Right. You'll go out there and talk to individuals and be like, oh, dude, trading's stupid. Trading's a scam. Trading's dumb, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I know someone that, was trading. They lost a ton of money, I've heard it all, man. I've been trading for 8 years. Right. That's okay. That's okay. Right. God bless them, hope to God that they do well. Right. And whatever venture they're choosing. We're looking for people that are looking for us. It's plain and simple. Okay. So in terms of inviting everyone, I want you to kind of imagine it like this. Okay. When you're thinking about inviting, all right. If you had a store in a mall, right? If you had a store inside of a mall And, you know, you guys remember going to malls and everything like that. You go to the mall and individuals, you know, that we all go into the store, we look at stuff, you know, whatever, we leave the mall or we leave the store, right? You guys think the owners are pissed off that we go in and look at their products and then we leave? No, no, they're not mad. Of course not. Guys, they have a store for a reason. People can come in, check out the products and services and dip. That's it. It's very, very normal. We did it all the time. What do they call that? Window shopping, right? We're just in there. Oh, I'm just looking around. I'm just seeing what you got. Yeah, your $500 backpacks. Yeah, I'm just checking them out. You know what I mean? Yeah, Burberry, you know, whatever. Uh, you have to imagine this business as the same exact thing, right? Imagine you own the store in a mall and individuals come into your store. You know, you're in the store. Picture yourself in the store right now. Okay. And individuals come into your store and they're looking at your products and services and they were like, you know, they don't need anything. So they walk out. You're not going to be pissed off at them. You're like, that's normal, right? Treat the business the same way. It's the exact same thing, guys, right? We're just here to show them what we have, educate them on what we do. And if they don't want to do it, that's okay. It's not a big deal. Imagine you have a store in a mall. That's literally how I changed my mindset about all this stuff, right? How weird would it be if you had individuals come into your store in the mall and you had individuals come into your store in the mall and basically they you know, let's say they're about to leave your store, but you walk up to them, you're like, whoa, you're not going to buy anything? And they're like, no. And you're like, why? Like, buy stuff. Like, come on. Like, you really need it. You know, you'd be weirded out. You'd be like, what the heck, dude? So you got to pick up on social cues and just understand we're only looking for people that are looking for us, right? So just keep that in mind. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone on this call. Now, everyone on this call, right? There are, you know, certain ways you can reach out to individuals. I have a text message that I like to use, you know, when I reach out to people. And I will go ahead and drop that inside of the chat real quick. Just 1 second. Just pulling it up. Okay, here it is. So these are, I'll post this in the chat, but there's 2 different texts, all right? So when you're reaching out to people, I want you to keep this in mind, okay? You're not reaching out to people and being like, hey, check out how much money I've made. You know, check out what I've done. Look at my results, right? That's not what you're doing, guys. You're literally reaching out to people and letting them know. If you look at that text, hey, I just wanted to let you know I started trading with one of my friends who's been trading for 4 to 5 years. You know, you could even say 8 if you're throwing them in a group chat with me. I've been trading for 8 years, right? He's always down to help new people learn. Would you want to hop on a call with my friend and talk about trading if we set one up? That's it. You guys see that? Like, it's literally just like, hey, Bobby, I have a friend that I'm trading with who's been doing it for years. He's down to help new people. Would you want to get on a call and talk about trading? We set one up. That's it, guys. And so if someone says no, no worries at all, that's completely fine. Just write their name down, you know, keep track of who they are. This is a business, right? You got to treat it like an actual business. The reason I was able to have success so fast in this business is because I didn't get started as a hobby. I got started to make money. I got started to like crush the hell out of this, right? So I'm keeping everything as organized as possible. I got, you know, notebooks on notebooks of names, you know, who's seen the information, everything like that, right? And so just keep that in mind. If you treat this like a business, it's going to pay you like one. But if you treat it like a hobby, hobbies tend to cost money, right? So what if someone's like, hey, how much money have you made? Or does this cost money? Or I didn't know that you trade, you know, what do you think about what's going on right now? You know, blah, blah, blah. Your goal is to become a professional question deflector. Ching. Super easy to do, right? This is very easy to do, guys. Essentially, you know, whatever questions they ask you, you just say, hey, that's a great question. Let's hop on a call with my friend. Let's talk about it. That's it. That's literally it. I swear. If you're on the call right now and you're someone who wants a free account and you've heard that video, this is what I said in the video. It's the exact same thing, right? You know, if they're like, you know, does it cost money to trade with your friend? Why are you hitting me up? Do you get a commission for it? You could be like, hey, that's a great question. Let's hop on a call with my friend. Let's talk about it. Right. Whenever I'm teaching someone this, when they're getting started, I always give them like 3, 4 examples and I'm like, all right, let's do a test run. Ready? and I give another example, like, you know, are you getting commissions for this? You know, why are you hitting me up? Like, I tried trading before, but dude, I don't think it really works. You know, how's it going for you? Hey, that's a great question. Let's hop in a call with my friend. Let's talk about it. You guys get what I'm saying? Thumbs up. You get what I'm saying, right? Pretty simple. You know, it's super easy, right? Now, here is the golden part. Okay. Once you send that message to them, hey, that's a great question. Let's hop in a call with my friend. Let's talk about it. What do you guys do? What do you do right when you send that message? Someone type it in the chat. What do you do the second you send that message out to an individual? Add them in, throw them in a group chat. Throw them in a group chat. Introduce them to me. Introduce them to Tippa, Brandon, Marissa, a bunch of people on this call, right? Just introduce us. That's it. Because guess what? The second you get them in a chat with us, we can answer every single question that anybody could even throw at us. I've got on calls with parents, CEOs, doctors, lawyers. Like, it doesn't matter, guys. You could literally message the 10 most successful people you've met in your entire life, throw them in a group chat, me, we'll get on a call. It's totally fine, right? You just got to, it's just like a handoff. You're handing them off to us, right? So we can help you. We'll be able to answer all these questions, okay? Now, just a tip of advice, when you're talking to individuals, when you go hang out with your friends on the weekends, or when you're going to school or anything like that, right? This is just a tip of advice of things you don't want to say and things you do want to say. Okay. Now, here are things you don't want to say to individuals before they've actually gotten on a call and seen a presentation, right? You remember the presentation you guys saw where you saw the opportunity, you saw what we can do here, right? You saw the vision, the dream of what we're able to do. Well, you have to allow those individuals to see that presentation before you start telling them about the business, right? This is called reinventing the wheel. You don't want to do that, okay? So I wouldn't mention anyone that it's a company, it costs money. There's an academy, you can build teams, there's residual income, there's free accounts. Not because it's bad, but because that's what the presentation is going to talk about, right? It's called spilling the beans. You don't want to spill the beans. This is a multi-million-dollar business, guys. Our company's doing literally almost $100 million a year right now. That's top 1% in the entire world. Our company. You don't explain a multi-million-dollar business in a 30-second elevator pitch at all. Like, anybody who does that is an amateur, straight amateur, right? Guess who was an amateur when they got started? Oh, this guy, what's up? I was an amateur. I had no idea what I was doing. I was up in Fargo, North Dakota, fired up and excited to go out and crush 10K a month as fast as possible. Dude, I was going out to the bars, stuff like that, the weekends, whatever. And people saw me posting trading on my story. They're coming up to me. They're like, dude, Josh, how's the trading thing going? And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, dude, it's awesome. It's going amazing. Like, we're absolutely crushing it. We're trading with tons of 6, 7, 8-figure traders. We have a full academy, like literally tons of videos. You can learn like everything about trading. It does cost money. You get the trade with live traders and copy them and stuff. But if you share it with 3, 4 people, you get a free account. And if you keep sharing with people, you can obviously build a they're just being polite. They're literally like, man, I can't wait for this guy to shut up so I can go walk away. Right. Pick up on social cues. It took me forever. I think I did that to 300 people. Imagine how many people right now in your head that would think, okay, so imagine how many people that that you think would want to do this business. Okay, just think of a number in your head. How many people do you personally know that you think would want to do this business, right? I thought 100, 200 maybe, if I go find them, if I really, really try 100, 200 people, right? I was completely wrong, but I did it to 300 people that way of explaining. I burnt through my entire network because I didn't know how to properly explain an opportunity. So guys, it's super, super simple. You're just telling people you trade with your friends and you try to make money every single day. That's it. That's it. That's literally it. When I'm out in public, guys, and I'm talking to people, they're like, what do you do? I'm like, well, I say I trade full time and I do this business full time because I do. However, you could say, yeah, man, I trade part time with my friends and I also work here. And, you could say you day trade with your friends and you try to make money every day. People are not used to hearing that. They're like, what? How many people do you know personally that day trade? Not very many, right? I know a lot because I'm in this industry for 6 years now, but I'm telling you guys, people are not used to hearing that. Okay. So now when someone, hears me say, yeah, I day trade with my friends, we try to make money every day, they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, I only know people who sleep and trade. Yep. So, people are like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, don't you trade? I flip it around on them. I'm like, have you ever traded before? Like, do you trade? I act like everyone trades, right? And the individual will be like, no, I don't trade. Like, I've never done it. And then I'm like, why? And they're like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Right. They start fumbling their words and everything. And that's what I'm like. I act like I'm doing something them a favor because we are, guys. People need this opportunity. I'm like, hey, I mean, if you want to hop on one of our calls that we have throughout the week, I mean, we all trade together. Is that cool with you? And usually they're like, absolutely. Get their Instagram, get their phone number, walk away. Stop talking about the business. Okay. So very, very simple, guys. It's super easy. If I would have learned this my first year, man, I would have exploded fast, right? 90 days I'd have been at 10K a month just because I was talking to everyone and their dog, like literally prospecting dogs. It's crazy. So no, I'm just kidding. Now, that is inviting, guys. All right. How do you get good at inviting? Someone drop in the chat. How do you get good at anything, right? How do you get good at inviting? Someone drop it in the chat. How do you get good at it? Practice. Yep. Repetition. You do it. Practice. Exactly. That's all you do. It's literally just doing it and 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 doing it. And then boom, one day you wake up and you're a pro. You're amazing at it, right? People, if you guys ever watch me prospect and stuff like that, you'd be like, wow, you're super good at that. I'm like, yeah, been doing it for 6 years, right? So that's how you get good at it. All right, let's talk about P, okay? Presenting. All right, this is the P now. Guys, that's I, all right? I is inviting. Important, important, important. P is presenting, all right? Actually sharing the information and educating someone on what we do, the actual presentation process, right? If you are an alpha in this call, if you're someone that's like, dude, I'm not scared of nothing, man, let's go, right? That wasn't me. I mean, I definitely consider myself like an alpha type person, but I was scared. Learn the presentation. Learn the presentation yourself if you are trying to really, really do this at a big level. Is that required? Absolutely not. It's not. I know tons of people that are, top earners that don't even do presentations. They just share that recorded video I have or that they have, right? But I'll tell you what, learning the presentation makes you dangerous. You understand the products and services more, right? It changes the game. Your people, think about it, they probably want to hear you explain the information because they trust you and they like you, right? Yes, you can make us, the professionals in the circumstance. That's totally fine and introduce them to us. But in the end of the day, you explaining the opportunity is going to have a higher conversion rate. Okay. You explaining the opportunity is going to have a higher conversion rate, which is the percentage of people that actually join. Now, in the beginning, guys, leave it to us. Totally. Don't, that's completely fine. Just amazing videos and tools and resources for us. Okay. So that's presenting, right? How do you learn the presentation? Okay. Anybody who wants to do it, we can do it. I'll help you do it. I'll help you do it completely. Okay. First call. Okay. It's called the 3-step method. First call, you get on with me and your person, or, you and your upline, and I do the entire presentation first, or your upline does the presentation first. All right. I do the entire thing. You just introduce me to your individual, how you know them. Second call, you do the front half of the presentation. I do the back half. Okay. You do the front half of the presentation. I do the back half, right? We're tag teaming the call. Third one, right? The third call. This is where you do the entire presentation. And then you just have someone on the call like me to share my story at the end. All right. Are you going to suck on that third call? Absolutely. 100%. You guys are going to think in your head, oh my God, that was the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life. I'm going to go bury my head in sand. Right. I swear I felt the same thing. I remember my first call, I was literally getting to the end and I was like, oh my God, this guy's going to roast me by the time I'm done talking. He got started. I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Guys, it's not as difficult as you think. It's very, very it's very, very easy, but in the reality of it is you just got to practice. Okay. So let's talk about the third one. All right. So we have inviting, right? So inviting people to check out the opportunity in a very relaxed, calm way, right? Hey, I trade with my friends. We try to make money every day. 2, presenting, actually educating and informing them on what we do, showing them the presentation, right? Everyone needs a professional presentation, either through the video or an actual 3-way call where we show them it. Okay. Don't take matters into your own hands till you're at $600 a month. Okay. Once you're at $600 a month in passive residual income, let it run, let it rip, go crazy. Right. But that's just my advice to you guys. Number 3 is enrolling people. Okay. If you're on this call and I helped set you up on your computer, I want you to drop a 1 inside the chat. Okay. If I helped set you up, just one, all right. You're not going to blow the chat up with ones. All right. If I help set you up personally, I want you to drop a 1 on the chat. Okay. All right. I think I, did about half the people in here, something like that, maybe a little more. You guys saw what that call was like, right? Like I was all up in your stuff. I got you organized. You know what I mean? Like I bookmark stuff for you. Blood, sweat, and tears. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I spent time with you on the call, right? Because it's important. The enrolling part is one of the most important parts too, because that's how you build retention, right? Imagine, I think I've said this to almost everyone on this call. Imagine, I made my bookmarks in 20 seconds. Literally, imagine, guys, that you got started in this business. Imagine you got started in this business, okay? Like, let's say I got you started. All right. You joined. Welcome to the team. Super excited to run it up. We're going to dominate. And then I was like, all right, well, there's iGenius's website. Here's the system training. Good luck. Like, what? I mean, yeah, you're going to go there. You can start digging around. You're going to find stuff and everything. But that experience of how I set some of you up on the call made it so much more clear and organized and a roadmap on how to go crush this. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to actually have a real chance at dominating this business, right? Imagine I set you up, okay? And then I die tomorrow, all right? Sorry to be sinister, right? Let's say I set you up, okay? On your computer, I got you organized, everything like that. And then I pass away tomorrow, right? God bless, hope I don't. But if you kept doing the business, you're only going to know how to set people up how I set you up, right? That's all you know. That's all you know how to do. You're going to literally be like, all right, man, hold on, let's get on the call, share your screen, let's figure out how to do that. Let's get Google Chrome going. Let's make some bookmarks. Here's the websites I have. Let's put them in your folders. Here's what I'm going through first, second, third. Here's what you should do. Here's some goals, stuff like that. Here's this free account video. Like, it's called duplication. Okay. Setting people up for success is crucial. When you get a new person started, guys, they need to be set up within 48 hours. Within 48 hours, like pronto. Okay. If it's past 48 hours, what do you think's probably going to happen? Someone drop it in the chat. What's going to happen if they're not set up in 48 hours? 99% chance. Bye. Guys, people are excited. They join because they trusted you. They're like, leap of faith. Here we go. Time to run it up. Let's make some money. And then you don't even set them up within 48 hours. They're going to literally quit. Okay. That's just the reality of it. Now we're building really cool systems, really cool tools, guys. I'm almost done. I'm almost done with it, right? Corey, who's on this call, I think he was the first one I ever just sent. The system's not even created yet, but I was like, just click on step number 2, man. Start going through it. And I was like, how are those instructions? He's like, dude, they're amazing. I got to get on a call with him and see like how well it actually transferred over. But we're going to have tools to help everyone on this call. So easy. It's going to be the easiest thing in the world. Okay. Now that's enrolling people, right? Part of the enrolling process is teaching them how to get a free account if they want one. I have individuals who do pharmaceutical sales that are on the team that make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. Are they interested in getting a free account? No, they didn't bother them. They're like, dude, I don't even notice $175 coming out of my bank. Are you kidding me? Did I want a free account when I got started? Yes. I was 20 years old. I had no money. I was broke as a joke. I was hanging around a bunch of stoners in college, a bunch of people just wasted all the time in Fargo, North Dakota. Nothing was going good, right? The only thing going good was I was about to graduate, right? I had no money. I needed a free account. Is that the same for every person? No, it's not. So not a big deal if they don't want to, okay? So let's talk about the last one. This is where the magic happens. IPET, inviting, presenting, enrolling, and then T is training. Okay, this is literally a 4-step system. Okay, T is training. All right, training. Okay, this is your ability to teach your new person how to invite, present, enroll, and then train their person how to invite, present, enroll, and train. Okay. That's where the duplication happens. All right. Inviting, presenting, enrolling. Check this out. You invite someone, you present to them, they get started. You enroll them, you set them up for success on their computer, help them get everything set up. And then you train that new person how to go out and invite, present, enroll, and then how to train their new person how to invite, present, enroll, and how to train their new person how to invite, present, enroll. And guess what? By the time you get that system completely down, you're a leader. You are a leader. Okay. You literally become a leader. And I'm going to tell you guys the 3 levels of leadership right now. All right. So that's IPET. Hopefully that makes sense. When I heard that, I was sitting in the gym, I was working out. I was like my first year in the business. And I heard this video online that explained that by a guy named Matt Morris. Matt Morris on YouTube, guys, has all the answers for this business, by the way. Like if you're ever like, what do I do? Like, watch Matt Morris videos. But I heard this video in the gym and I was like, what? I was like, oh, I call my upline who was making like 25, 50,000 a month. And I was like, why haven't you taught me this? And he's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, iPad. And he's like, I don't even know what that is. And I was like, oh, my. I'm like, you're talking about systems. I'm like, what system? I'm like, this is a system. Inviting, presenting, enrolling, and training, right? Invite, present, enroll, and then train your new person how to do the same thing. Now, here's the 3 levels of leadership, okay? When you get started in this business, everyone, this goes for trading and building the business, guys. Right away, you are dependent. Okay. So write this down because you're going to have to teach your new people this eventually down the road. Guys, I'm not teaching you this just for you to know this. I'm teaching you this so you can teach people in the future. It's not about what you know and what you can do. It's about what you can teach, because what you can teach is duplicatable. And that's how you go out and hit 10K a month. Okay. It's all about what you can teach, right? Super simple, guys. Oh my gosh. We're going to crush it here. You guys see how much momentum the team's in? Let's go, baby. Guys, this is not normal. This is not normal how much momentum the team is in right now. So if there was ever a time to lock in and get the bullshit out of your life, it's right now. I'm telling you, people are going to smack some big levels of income here in the next 3, 6, 12 months. Okay. Super, super cool. But when you first get started, the average individual is dependent. Okay. Dependent. All right. So write this down. They're dependent. All right. You got to hold their hand, right? It's like a baby. When a baby's born, first thing they learn how to do is to sit up, right? They learn how to sit up, and then they learn how to start crawling eventually, right? They start crawling all over the place. They're crawling here, crawling there. Then they eventually learn how to grab onto something and stand up, right? They're standing up, but they're wobbling, right? And then they try letting go, and boom, they fall, right? That doesn't stop them. They grab onto something else, they stand back up, and they're like, oh, I'm up here again. They let go, boom, they fall, right? It's the same thing with every business in the world, right? You're dependent when you get started. And eventually, you're holding your new person's hand, right? You're guiding them. That's why I got on a call with everyone and help you get set up, is because I'm helping you while you're dependent. Then eventually you'll become independent. Leadership level number 2, you become independent. Your goal is to have individuals in your organization become independent as quick as possible. Because once they're independent, they can do and think for themselves, right? And they know what the general daily goals are. They know what they got to be doing for the most part. You still got to be hitting them up. You still got to be pushing them, helping them, guiding them, everything like that. But it makes your life easier to help people become independent, right? It's helping them become more of a leader. Okay. So that's independent. And then eventually, once they've understood iPad, they understand the system, they understand how to go crush it, they got their daily goals down, they got negative stuff out of their life, they're locked in, they're dialed in, this is their business now, they become dependable. Dependable. You guys want dependable people on your team. It takes a lot to get people to dependable. That's why it's so cool when you enroll like a real estate agent that's super professional, right? Because they are already independent. They're already a go-getter. They're locked and loaded. They got their goals going. It's nice to enroll professionals from other industries because you don't have to, help them so much, right? But imagine this, guys, dependable, right? Imagine if I was on your team. I was on one of your legs, right? In your business. Imagine I was on your team. You'd probably be like, man, I don't even got to hit this guy up. That's his business. Like, he's going. Like, I have nothing to do with it now. That's the type of individuals you want on your team. You want people that are like, this is my business and I'm running it. And, they don't rely on anyone but themselves, right? Dependable. Okay. That's what your goal should be. If you're on this call right now and you seriously want to get to the side of network marketing where people are making 10, 25, 50, 100, 250 $1 million a month. Okay. In a traditional 9 to 5, guys, everyone is talking about, hey, how much do you make a year? How much do you make a year? How much do you make over the year, right? People have goals for income over the year. We're talking months. How much do you make a month? That's 12 goals a year, right? You should be trying to make more money every single month, guys. Think 12 months throughout the year. Eventually, you're going to get to how much money can you make in a week? How much money can you make in a week, right? 4 weeks in a month. That's 4 goals a month. How much money can we make this week? How much money can we make this week? Let's go, right? Then what's next? How much money can we make today? How much money can I make before my eyes close and I fall asleep and the next day starts? How much money can I make today? So that's what's really cool about this business, guys. It's just hustlers, and I love it, man. It's a great environment. Absolutely a bunch of positive, like-minded individuals. I used to say this a lot on calls, but think about what your friends are doing right now that aren't in this business. Think about what your friends are doing, right? smoking pot, watching Netflix, playing the game, video games, hanging out, doing whatever, laying in bed, sleeping, maybe working, right? They're not on calls like this with people that are hungry, ready to freaking win. Like they're not. That's just the reality of it. This is like a 1% of the world type call right here. Like no joke. Just because there's 17 people on this call, guys, that does not mean anything. I'm telling you, this is a rare, rare group to be around. There's people in this business on this team where they literally don't build the business. They haven't turned a profit yet, but they literally stay in the community because of this environment. This environment's intoxicating. You'll notice, guys, if any of you drop out here in the next 1, 2, 3, 6 months, I'm sure some of you will for sure, but hopefully not. You're going to notice like, man, I kind of miss all that positivity that this business had. I kind of miss all that stuff a lot because this is impacting you more than you could ever imagine, right? So that is IPEC, guys. It's the 3 levels of leadership. I want to talk about the success formula real quick. Okay. We got a presentation coming up here in 10 minutes. Okay. We got a presentation in 10 minutes, guys. If you have anyone that's on the fence, drop them the link. Be like, yo, hop on this call. We're holding a trading overview in 10 minutes. Trading overview. That's all you have to say. Right. So let's talk about the success formula. Okay. Does anybody know who teaches the success formula? I don't want them. I don't want the Minnesota office saying this though. All right. Anybody know who teaches the success formula? 4-step system, the success formula. No, not Eric Worre. Not Matt Morris. All right, guys, I'll just get to it. No worries. Grant Cardone. Grant Cardone teaches the success formula. Okay. This is how to have success in any business you start. Like, I swear, watch this. Okay. Any business you start, this business works amazing for. Okay. Step number 1 in the success formula. Write this down. 4 steps. All right. Step number 1 in the success formula. Any business this works for. You have to get attention. Everyone has to know that you do this business. Hey, right? You got to get people's attention, right? You got to let them. I'm talking to you, man. Like, check this out. You have to scream from the rooftops that you're doing this business. Like, you have to blast it. If there's people in your life that don't know that you do this business, you're not getting enough attention. Everyone has to know that you do this business. Those of you that have Facebook and you haven't taken it to Facebook yet because you got your family and your friends and you're old, take it to Facebook. I'm telling you guys, like, everyone needs to know. If you're going to be a chef, right, wherever you're located, right? I'm in the Minneapolis, Minnesota area. If I was going to be a chef, everyone needs to know that I am the best chef in town. Like, if I have the best cookies, I'm letting everyone know you literally need to try these cookies. Like, these are life-changing cookies. If I wanted to be a realtor, I'm telling people like, dude, I land deals. Like, I'm telling everyone that I crush it in this business, right? Everyone needs to know that you do this business. You got to get attention, right? Hopefully that makes sense to everyone, right? Step 1, get attention. Blasting social media, doing Instagram lives, posting about stuff, letting people know, constantly networking, hitting up your network, right? Step number 2, you're going to start getting criticism. Okay. Write this down. Criticism. All right. This is all part of the formula. I'm telling you, right? The Kardashians use this. Justin Bieber uses this. All the big companies in the world use this. You'll see what I mean. Okay. Number 2, you get criticism, right? You start having friends and family being like, hey, so I know you're doing your thing, but like, you're making a lot of noise and I know you. People know that I know you and I need you to like be quiet because you're embarrassing me. Like, literally, like, just like tone it down a little bit, right? You're starting to get criticism from people in your life. Guys, my cousins, my first cousins, right? I got 3 triplets and I got 1 younger one, right? They're my cousins, they're all girls. They literally used to message a family group chat, or sometimes we'll be at like, like holidays or something. And they'd be like, oh, Josh, good. Like, right when I started my business, right? They're like, you're going to make money doing that? Like, what? Like, they literally looked at me like I lost my mind, right? Maybe some of you can experience that, right? But I remember I came over one time for Christmas and they were like, Josh, we were all sitting around, the other day and we were playing who could skip through your story the fastest. And like, think about that, guys, right? Just absolute criticism, stuff like that. So you're going to experience this kind of stuff. All right. Oop, 1 second. You're going to experience this kind of stuff. Okay. Now, this is where shit gets real though. All right. You just got to ignore the criticism. They have no idea what they're talking about. And you can only pray that they did, but that's okay. Right. If people have an issue in my family or friends about what I do, guess what? I don't talk to them about it. That's it. Why waste your energy? Holy cow, what a waste of time, right? Why would you spend an hour trying to explain to someone why this is the real deal and they need to do this? Screw that. Let's go talk to people who are already like, dude, I've been waiting for this, right? Don't waste your time. So, step number 3 in the success formula. You ready? This is where shit gets wild. You get haters. Okay, write this down. Haters. People are like, I hate that person. I hate them, right? They develop this big burning hate passion for you, right? It's okay. That's fine. Because guess what? Haters are the best advertisers. They are the best promoters. Okay. For an example, guys, this happened to us. Me and Jay, we start the business. We're in college, right? Tons of people liked us, blah, 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 blah. When we started this business, we developed haters, right? There was individuals that would be at parties that would literally scream to the entire party like, yo guys, you know what Josh and Jay are doing, that dumbass trading stuff, blah blah blah, like scamming people, all this stuff, just blasting us at parties while we're not there, right? But guess what happens? Here's Cole or Adam or Paul or Mary or Sue or Beth, whatever, watching this person say this, like, well, that person's actually a dumbass and that actually sounds kind of interesting, and they go hit us up. We literally have people be like, yeah, man, we heard people talking shit at parties, but like they don't know anything. So we wanted to talk to you. Guys, haters are the best promoters in the entire world. People shouting you out on social media. Think about this. Why do celebrities and why do people that are trying to get tons of attention do outlandish stuff that gets them broadcasted on every single news platform around the world? Because they drive in tons of streams. Their Google searches go up, their platforms explode, their bankroll explodes because of criticism and haters. It is literally a formula. You do it again, you get attention, you get criticism, you get haters, attention, criticism, haters, repeat, repeat, repeat. Step number 4, you get admiration. When you become rich and successful, whatever success is for you, people are going to go from, yeah, I don't know that person, to, let me tell you how I know that person. Oh, I went to high school with them. We were great friends. Oh, I was in college with them. We went to some parties and stuff. Guys, oh my gosh, you should see like 5-6 years down the road, when I go see individuals that used to talk shit about my business when I first started, you should see the way they treat me now. It is unbelievable. It's kind of gross. I'm not going to lie, but that's just the reality of it, guys. Success formula: attention, criticism, haters, and admiration. So, that is like the beginning steps of this business, everyone. Okay. It's learning iPet, right? So what I'm doing in these calls, guys, is I'm trying to stretch your brain, right? Imagine me and you right now. All right, everyone on this call, imagine me and you, we're sitting in a room and we had our hands around the neck of a t-shirt, and you and I just started ripping at the t-shirt as hard as we freaking could, right? We're ripping at this t-shirt, right? The neck's going to be all stretched out and big. That t-shirt is never going back to the same size, no matter what we do. If you and I just went to town on it, right? That's what we're doing on these calls to your brain. We're trying to stretch your beliefs, stretch your brain, stretch your understanding, stretch your skills, so it never goes back to the same. That's what we're doing on these calls, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Now, there is a lot to learn about this business. And guess what? The more you learn, the more you earn. Okay. The more you learn, the more you're going to earn. That's just the structure of this call. That's the structure of this business, guys. I wanted to really tell you about that iPad, and it really comes down to obviously the rule 7, everyone on this call. Okay. For those of you that don't know what the rule 7 is, okay. We got 2 minutes here, but for those of you that don't know what the rule 7 is, all right, the rule 7 is just a law of averages. That's all it is. It's very, very simple. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop the rule 7 in the chat real quick. And if you need any of this information, feel free to reach out to me real quick. But this is called the rule 7, right? Think about this. Okay. If you're wondering, why haven't I gotten a free account yet? Why haven't I gotten to $600 a month yet? Follow this rule. All right. This is just an average, okay? You could do better. But out of every 7 people you message about the business, roughly 1 of them is actually going to respond, okay? If someone doesn't respond to me, someone doesn't respond to me 24 hours later, I send them a question mark. I'm just like, boop, just a question mark. Because usually that kicks people in the gear. They either say, yeah, I'm not interested, my bad. Or they're like, yeah, I am interested. Sorry, I didn't respond, right? So follow them up. So out of every 7 people that you talk to about this business, 1 will roughly respond. Okay. Out of every 7 people that respond, one of them will actually get on a call and see the information. One of them will actually get on a presentation like we have in 60 seconds. Okay. One of them will actually get on a call. Out of every 7 people that get on a call and see the presentation, roughly one of them actually gets started. Okay. Out of every 7 people that get started, one of them actually takes it serious. And out of every 7 people that take it serious, boom, one of them's a diamond. One of them is going to make millions and millions of dollars in this business. Do you know how hard it is to find a diamond through the rough? It is very hard, right? Guys, the world, I mean, I want to talk about this on next call, guys, but the world is divided up into 4 categories. There's the 67%. Oh, excuse me, there's the 20% that are just negative. 20% of people, you can't do anything about it. They're just negative. They're negative people. Do your best to avoid these people. Just don't even be around them. Don't talk to them. Don't do anything, right? Avoid negative people, 20%. All right. 1 out of every 5 people. Then there's 67%. These are the wannabe hustlers. Okay. 67% of the world are wannabe hustlers. These are the people that are like, your friends that are like, dude, we should start a business. We should start this. We should start trading. We should do this. We should do that. We should do this. But they don't do anything. They're just yapping, right? They're just talking. 67% of people, right? And then there's the 10% of people on the planet that are managerial type people. They get shit done. When they have a goal, they come up with a plan of action and they execute on it. 10% of people in the world, right? They're very, very good people. And then there's 3% of the world. This is the special 3. Anything they do, anything they touch turns to gold. They're good at everything. I'm sure you guys all know one person in your life that just everything they do turns to gold. They're amazing at literally everything they do. Everything, all areas, right? Your goal, guys, is to find the 10% and the 3%. Okay. You got to learn how to divide the world up and understand, okay, this person is a 20%. They're just negative. They're complaining. Okay. But guys, as you build your business is building you as a person. And that's one of the first quotes I ever heard on this call. And I just want you to understand that, right? Every month, every week, every day, you're getting better and better and better and better. Okay. Super excited to run it up. If you guys need anything, reach out to me. Hopefully you learned some stuff on this call. Let's take massive action. First thing I would do if I were you guys and you wanted to go build the business is, in my opinion, go get 30 personals in 30 days. 30 and 30, right? It's hard. Don't get me wrong. 30 and 30, you're going to be making over $1,000 a month for sure. Yeah, dude, that first month, you'll probably make thousands of dollars, right? But let's go get 30 in 30 days. Let me know if you guys need any help. We're going to start this call up, okay? I appreciate everyone. Let's go get it. Peace.